Hi, I'm Robert Chartier, owner and broker of the Chartier Realty Group, DRE license 01173785. I want to touch on, it's a real big issue in my industry of real estate, residential. It's a huge issue. It's a huge problem. The worst thing that anyone could do, the worst thing an agent could do, the most unprofessional thing an agent could do is take your listing and list it for a price that they darn well know in advance, and believe me, when it happens they know. And we've seen prices on $400,000 or $500,000 properties that were $100,000 over the market value coming on the market. This is it's a severe disservice, and it's a disgrace to my profession that any agent would even consider doing something like that. And the reason it's a problem is very simple and easy for anyone to understand when it's explained properly. And I'm going to explain this to you. First and foremost, your property is worth one amount. The appraiser that's going to come to your property in representing the bank buyer is going to put a value on your property. That's what the value of your property is. It's not what I say, it's not what you want. It's what the market will bear. So any agent worth their salt knows, long before they come to even give you the listing presentation, they know full well in advance what the maximum, I hope they should know if they know what they're doing. And most agents know enough to take a listing what the property will sell for. You have to be absolutely certain that the agent is not going to do what you ask them to do that is going to be against your highest and best interest. Because when a property goes on the market and it's overpriced, it's the first arrow has been shot. Because what's going to happen is, just think about when you bought your home. This is the best way to understand this. Think about when you purchased your home. Was that home brand new on the market, 2, 3, 4 days, week? Week is still pretty new in the market. 2 weeks is new. Or when you bought your home, when you purchased your property, was it on the market for 30, 60, 90 days or longer? I want you to really think about this, because an overpriced property is not going to perform in the market. It's not going to get offers to meet your expectations. It just won't, because the value is higher than what it'll appraise for. So you're already dead in the water before you even start, before the listing even hits the MLS. You're already done. It's not going to happen. Frustration starts within the first 2 or 3 days when no offers are coming in your home. So the agent, any agent worth their salt, when they take your listing, they have to be honest with you. They have to educate you. They have to tell you, Bob, Mary, listen, this is what the market is doing. Not what I say, may not be what you want to hear, but this is what the market is doing. The market's performing like this. We have, in this market, it's October 7th, 2012. Yes, we have more buyers out there than sellers. This is a good thing. The values have stabilized. The values are starting to go up. And that's all good, fine, honky-dory. But if your property in this market, let's say, would sell for $475,000, like a lot of Claremont homes or lower level UTC homes are starting at, and you say, well, Bob the agent, I understand that, but we really need, that's the problem, we really need another $50,000 or maybe $100,000. Well, it's not going to happen. Nobody, unless your property has some really extraordinarily unique feature, like a 360-degree panoramic view, 270-degree panoramic view, a immensely oversized lot for the area, and the person has a lot of toys and motorhomes. There are some rare cases where it can happen, but 9.9 times out of 10, those situations are not going to be part of your home sale. They just won't be. So an agent worth their salt, first and foremost, must tell you the truth. They must be honest with you. They must tell you what the market is doing. They explain to you what the homes are selling for in your area, making compensations for rehab homes that cash buyers are purchasing, and short sales that may occasionally be selling for less than market, not so much anymore. But those are the adjustments a savvy, qualified agent need to explain to you, and in a way that makes sense. It's going to be logical. And then they have to say, Bob and Mary, this is what your home is, XYZ square feet. This is the top square foot in the last 90 days. There's always a trailing 90-day window of value because that's how the appraisers do their work. They look at the market the day they're on your property, and they're looking at the recent sales 90 days and not one single day more back. So every single day the market is trailing 90 days as far as the comparable values. This is how it works. There's no variation to that. That's not how we look at it. That is what it is. 90-day trailing value line on your property. Now the properties are trending up. The properties are going up. So that 90-day window back is all good. That's all good for any seller in this market. So the last thing you want to do is have an agent that's not strong enough just to be honest with you and tell you, hey, this is what your property needs to be listed for. This is what it needs to go on the MLS for. If not, remember back when you purchased your property, and let's say your property had 60, 80, 90 days on it. First question everyone asks, and it's a valid one. What's wrong with the property? And if you overprice your property out the gate, the day and time will come, even with multiple offers, if your top value is just way out of the stratosphere, is going to be, okay, we like the home. We know what homes are selling for in the area because everybody with a computer knows what homes sell for in an area now. You don't have to be an agent to price properties anymore. You just don't. But to dial it into a science, yeah, you need to be in the business to do that, to really be accurate, and that's what I do. So if you're going to buy a property and it's 60, 80, 90, 120 days old, first question, what's the problem? And that's going to be an auto response for anybody. Overprice your property in the market, that's what's good. You're asking for it right out the gate. So you price your property at, and what we do, sometimes we price the property just a little on the market, and we do a reasonable calculated risk price range. Many times I don't even do a price range because I know pretty much within $1,000 or two either way what that property is going to appraise for. I've got it dialed in. 30 years in the business, yeah, I can do that. I look at your property with the same data and with the same baseline adjustments that an appraiser will. Appraiser does it with far more detail, but I know what the market's going to bear. I know what the competition is, and I'm always looking at that 90-day window. So you want an agent that has the wherewithal to give you the extra information, education, whatever it takes, so you understand that if they take your listing, and if they take it at an exaggerated price, why they're sabotaging you right out the door and creating problems in the eyes of potential buyers. This is how it works. And that'll never change in any market at any time. Good market, bad market, slow market, fast market. People always look at the same thing when it comes to that timeline and how long your property's been in the market. It's the reason why the properties we put on market are typically in escrow in 2 or 3 weeks. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days, but usually 2 or 3 weeks. Your property's in escrow for the top dollar that it's going to possibly appraise for. What a concept. Honesty, integrity, and being upfront with you. And that's what we do. So if you would like me to do a property evaluation for you, one that's very straightforward, that's going to tell you the facts of what your property will sell for, and if that works for you, if the truth is something that you want to hear, which is the only thing that we'll tell you, we don't tell people what they want to hear, we tell people what they need to know. We'll tell you what you need to know. And if what you need to know works for you, we'd be more than happy to take your listing because we know we're going to sell it quickly with the level of photography and marketing that we do, and et cetera, on your property. That's a preconceived foregone conclusion with us. Okay? So a little bit of information about how that works and why you don't ever want an agent to go along with if you suggest an over the priced request for what you want to list your property for. It is the kiss of death, and it creates nothing but problems in the market. So give me a call if you want me to, you'd like to work with me and have me do a presentation for you and show you exactly what a honest, straightforward property valuation based upon the science and the facts and data in the market. That's what you'll get with me. 858-273-1861. Call me directly on my cell phone. I give my cell phone to all my clients and everyone that needs to talk to me. 9 times out of 10, I pick it up during business hours. 858-568-0300. 6673. This is Robert Chartier, owner of the Chartier Realty Group and the broker. If you need me for anything, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.